called Downey Road. It continuing stretches all the way to the 15 freeway.
This report is sponsored by Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Pick up the champagne. Everybody get led.
Travis Smiley is now ranked number 16 nationally and the highest rated talk show hosted by an African American on the 2025 Talkers Heavy 100 list of the most important talk radio hosts in the nation. Last year, Travis ranked number 33 and the year before, number 45. The Travis Smiley Show has rapidly expanded its national syndication to now include nearly 50 radio stations across the country and counting. Congratulations, Travis.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing syndicate, and I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
Everybody get in here. Hit that like button. Come on. Hit that like button.
What's going on, family? It's Eleanor, your favorite emotionally unavailable YouTuber, back for another triggering video. Like, share, and subscribe for more content from a dismissive, avoidant perspective. Getting right into today's topic, why I go cold as a dismissive avoidant after you get vulnerable with me. And to me, this is very simple. Vulnerability equals overwhelm. Whether it's you pressuring me to be vulnerable with you, or you opening up and being vulnerable with me unprompted, it's overwhelming. It kind of, first of all, I feel like it puts me on the spot to perform or to also be vulnerable. But I really associate vulnerability and being vulnerable or somebody opening up with responsibility. Like, if you're being vulnerable with me, you know, I appreciate it and I'm honored that you felt safe enough, but there's also a responsibility to continue to make you feel safe or keep that information safe. And it's not that I can't keep a secret or I can't make someone feel safe. It's that I don't want to feel pressure to always have to show up in that way. I don't want to feel committed to have to always be the shoulder that somebody cries on or that person that you're always opening up to. And I damn sure don't want you feeling like just because you've been doing all this opening up, that means any moment now I'm going to start to open up. No. Which leads into my next...
I cannot. I can't continue I'm sorry. That lady does trigger me every time I hear it. Because just the level of cool, calm callousness is crazy to me. But I guess I can't villainize her. You're listening to The Voice of Reason live on KBLA Talk 1580. I'm the VOR, and if this is your first time tuning in, please understand a little bit about what I do. I kind of curate this national discussion about intimate relationships. And I come from a psycho-spiritual perspective. I mean, we go everywhere, right? Anthropology, philosophy, psychology, psychiatry, right? We go all over the board. Religion, we go everywhere. And we play these clips to kind of cue up the discussion. And if you want to participate, which is highly encouraged, because this is not a monologue, this is a dialogue between us, family, to talk about relationships. A lot of people have a lot of misunderstandings around the purpose of relationship. They think it's gender-based. If you just follow a gender role, everything is good. They don't understand the deeper, many people don't understand the deeper layers, right? And the clip that you just heard is from a woman, well, her YouTube channel is called Dismissible Me. And she does these talks from about relationships from a dismissive, avoidant attachment style. Now, if attachment styles are unknown to you, attachment styles come out of course, psychology. And there was a psychoanalyst by the name of Bowlby, John Bowlby, in the 50s. He was from the UK. And he kind of created this concept called attachment, right? Later, Mary Ainsworth added the styles to it, attachment styles. And then so many people, you know, have picked up the baton and run with it, right? The latest book that everybody's talking about because of TikTok is a book called Attached by Levine. And it's a great book. I've read it several times. And everybody's talking about attachment styles. But what people don't understand about attachment styles, and this is why I cringe a little bit every time I hear that lady talking. I mean, did you get rid of the video, Andy? Oh my God. Because she has this monotone, just real, like, can you imagine somebody talking like that and they were robbing you? Like, it just feels like, it's just devil may care, flippant, glib kind of, you know, tone about hurting people. Because really that's what she's doing. Right? But I don't want to villainize her because, you know, people have insecure attachment styles. Now, according to attachment theory, you get your attachment style from your primary caregiver. In other words, your mama. They don't want to say mama.
In a way that would, how do I want to say it? I'm not going to respond in a way that's going to promote or suggest that I want to talk about the topic any further. I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to match it. I'm not going to lead you on. I'm not going to tell you a lie.
Man, if you want to follow her, please go to Dismissible Me and hear more. Tonight's topic is centered around this stuff, right? The reason why I did tonight's topic is because I heard a clinician say something that I thought was quite profound. And that was, if you have developed an insecure attachment style, You learn to manipulate others in order to get what you need, starting with, your primary caregiver. Now, another interesting kind of caveat to attachment theory is you carry this insecure attachment style or secure attachment style. There's only one secure attachment style, and there are 3 insecure attachment styles. But you carry these attachment styles into your adult relationship, and they kind of play out in the relationship. Now, 15 years ago, nobody was really talking about attachment styles. The information was still there, but nobody was really, attachment styles, right? And we grew up in this society where people are talking about what they deserve, right? And what does that have to do with anything, Zoe? Because I always quote the great philosopher J. Krishnamurti when he says relationships are mirrors, right? So if we're using this ancient kind of metaphysical, philosophical lens, then you're actually getting what you deserve when you're unhappy. But that's another thing. Tonight's topic: are you in a healthy relationship or a manipulationship? People give me topics. A young lady gave me this topic, man, and I had to do it. A riveting look at how to know the difference. Are you in a relationship, a healthy relationship, give and take, showing up, or a manipulationship? A riveting look at how to know the difference. Watch this. True or false? Is there a difference between being what you want and going after what you want? I think a lot of people are going after what they want because they haven't mastered how to be what they want. So if you're going after what you want, you're pursuing it, and you're trying to cultivate it, I think there's strategy involved. And where there is strategy, there might be manipulation. I'm just saying, 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Let's talk about it. Are you in a healthy relationship or a manipulationship? Love, in its corrupted form, is no longer about devotion. It is a performance art for the emotionally underfed. Behind every "I adore you" lurks a contract written in childhood. I will manage your perception of me if you promise not to disappear. Thus begins the manipulationship. 2 nervous systems bargaining for oxygen under the costume of intimacy. What appears romantic is often a reenactment of abandonment with better lighting. Attachment theory gives this pathology a map. Bowlby called it survival. Ainsworth called it style. Tatkin called it regulation. The anxious manipulates through pursuit. Who is the anxious? Anxious preoccupied is one of the insecure attachment styles. Right? Let me tap dance for you so I can get your acknowledgement, your approval. When I say tap dance, let me go get straight A's because I notice you fawn over my sibling who has good grades. Let me see if good grades will get me some of the fawning, right? Or let me join the football team to see if I can get some attention out of you, right? The anxious manipulate through pursuit. The avoidant manipulates through withdrawal. Where is that lady's voice, Andy? She gone now. But she is a self-proclaimed avoidant. Right? The avoidant manipulates through withdrawal. The disorganized weaponizes chaos to keep love predictable in its unpredictability. I know this thing is going to end because I'm going to script the ending so I can make my exit. Remember, when they talk about fearful, right? Or disorganized. That's the third insecure attachment style, and it is a combination of the previous two, anxious, preoccupied, and dismissive, avoidant. So they swing both ways, hot and cold, up and down. Love you, get over here, snuggle, get away. I don't know you. I can't trust you. So they're saying the disorganized weaponizes chaos to keep love predictable in its unpredictability. What we mistake for chemistry is the nervous system's nostalgia for danger, right? Oxytocin baptizes the wound. Cortisol writes the vows. Language becomes the battlefield of control. Gaslighting, silence, and semantic deceit replaces communication. To say you make me feel is to surrender authorship of your own consciousness. Manipulation is not evil, it is the body's dialect for I was never mirrored. Healing demands the courage to abolish the performance. It begins when the breath becomes more honest than the apology. Ouch. Authenticity replaces agenda. Truth becomes erotic. Transparency becomes home. In the collapse of coercion, something holy survives. Co-regulation without captivity. Passion without power. To love without manipulation is to graduate from survival into sovereignty. Anything less is choreography performed for ghosts who never learned to stay. You're asking for this information tonight. And it's important that we get it, right? It's important that we tap in. Who are you? Are you anxious? Are you dismissive? I asked a young lady a moment ago, I said, hey, have you been in a manipulation ship? She was like, what? And automatically, by default, yeah, I've been in a relationship where somebody manipulated me. Wait a minute. Have you manipulated someone? We always want to put it on somebody else, but we manipulate. Where did we learn to manipulate? If a bear learns to forage, a bear cub learns to forage by watching its mama bear, where do you think you learned it? I want to talk to everybody about it. Now, before I go forward, I want to say this. JW, I was at our event this weekend. I was there, and I did not see you, my good brother, but I just wanted to let you know I'm a man of my word. I showed up, I took pictures, I made videos, I was there. When we come forward, we want to open the phone line to start this national discussion. Let's get it. J-Dub! Watch this be J-Dub.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered for the initiative include completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related
What up, y'all?
individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in the individual's death.
Man, I was shaving today. And boy, when I tell you I was bleeding like somebody shot me. What up, y'all? Everybody hit that like button. You already know the likes matter. But even more so than the likes, the phone calls. This is a discussion that we should have together. I don't think I hit a hair bump. Probably. But I got one of those bevel razors that where you put the real razor in, and I was just, ah, hell no. Yes, 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 yes. Please support our collective cash apps. My niece is in there. Her cash app is $ Layla Khadijah. How you doing, good brother? I'm good. What We Know podcast. What up? Everybody hit that like button. It matters. The like button is free. It matters. Bevel be slicing. Yeah, man. Hey. Why you wanna play games on me? Why you wanna games on me?
Six signs of emotional manipulation. The first sign of emotional manipulation is charm and flattery. Manipulators often know exactly when to be sweet. They'll flood you with compliments right when you're pulling away or threatening to leave. It's not real affection, it's strategy. They're using charm as a tool to keep control. The second sign is the silent treatment. They're standing right next to you, but completely ignoring you. It's not about needing space, it's about punishing you. This kind of emotional manipulation is meant to make you feel invisible, anxious, and unsure of what you did wrong. The third sign is DARBO, which stands for Defend, Attack, Reverse Victim, and Offender. Let's say they lie or cross a line. When you bring it up, they immediately get defensive, attack your character, and then somehow they become the victim. Suddenly, you're apologizing for bringing up the thing they did. This kind of emotional manipulation leaves you constantly questioning yourself. Number 4 is triangulation. Sometimes people involve a third person to ease tension, but when it's manipulative, they use someone to cross boundaries. Like if you got no contact and they send a friend to check in on you or report back. That's not resolving conflict, that's spying through someone else. It's emotional manipulation in a very sneaky form. Fifth is distraction. When they're clearly in the wrong, they'll suddenly change the subject. They might bring up something random or accuse you of something completely unrelated. This is done to avoid.
Do you see why I have to expose it? Many of us think we know what's going on, but some of this stuff is so subtle. And when you're dealing with somebody you like, somebody you're attached to, somebody you vibing with, how many of y'all let stuff like that slide all the time? It's cool. How many of you said it's cool and it ain't cool? Are you manipulating yourself right now? Like, you be like, nah, is something wrong with you? No, it's cool. I'm good. You're not good. Again, sometimes a person doesn't have to give you the rundown. You know, my mama was abusive, or my mama was neglectful, or my dad wasn't there, or blah, 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 blah. Sometimes it's about knowing how they show up, knowing the signs. And that's what we're talking about tonight. Emotional blackmail as a love language. How insecure attachment masquerades as intimacy. My goodness, here's your psychological insight. Insecurely attached individuals weaponize affection to secure proximity. Love becomes a negotiation for validation rather than a communion of presence. Back to the initial question I asked. True or false? Is there a difference between being what you want and going after what you want? See, I posit here that the manipulator goes after what they want, and they try to manipulate the situation in order to get it. See, when you embody what you want, there's no traveling. There's no need to do anything. You are love. You are respect, right? Do you see? So many. Let me ask that question. True or false? Is there a difference between being what you want and going after it? Many of us go on these elaborate journeys because we feel internally we don't have it, right? So we go in search of it. Whatever the it may be, whatever the mythical it may be, we go in search of it. In search of it within people, right? Events, activities. We want to be acknowledged, but we don't know how to acknowledge ourselves in many cases. The anxious partner clings to love, but also to the illusion of safety. That's ugly. Your psychiatric insight from the DSM-5 lens, emotional blackmail aligns with maladaptive interpersonal schemas seen in borderline and dependent personality structures, where the fear of abandonment generates cycles of coercive control, according to the American Psychiatric Association 2022. When I come forward, the phone lines are flooding up. People want to talk. They may have manipulated or have been manipulated. Let's see it. Hey, I gotta play this next. Andy, real quick. We gotta play the next song we play.
Yeah.
It's gotta be true. I'm not gaming.
Even though it wasn't on the list?
It wasn't on the list. I'm gonna tell you why we gotta play it.
Okay.
Because Chucky Booker produced All I Think of You for True.
Okay.
And he produced Spread My Wings.
Okay.
I got to get him. I got to connect the dots.
Gotta connect that Dina Love.
Come on.
This report is sponsored by Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Champagne,
Travis Smiley is now ranked number 16 nationally and the highest rated talk show hosted by African American on the 2025 Talkers.
What up, y'all? Everybody hit that like button like you like the show.
I'm not gaming or I'm not suited.
I'm not gaming. GAMIN. Everybody hit that like button for your brother. We appreciate it. It ain't nothing but love. It's y'all showing love. It's y'all showing love. I want to call, but I want to leave space for... No. No. Don't worry about that. You call in. Tommy Hooks, what up? No. Man, I'm getting well. I promise you, I'm getting well. Just at work listening. Hey, man, I appreciate you for tapping in. We got 3 people in here who haven't hit the like button. Hey, this is the 3rd show of today. Did you guys see the Zoe What Morning Show? Who saw the Zoe What Morning Show? Who saw it? Who saw the Zoe What Morning Meaningful Meditation talk this morning? Don't gorge on the knowledge and not pay for this spiritual food. Last 10 minutes or so, it was good. Watch the replay. I love it. Don't worry about it, Mr. Gilbreth. You'll be able to get back to it. The power walk, man. I be walking. Man, I looked at my steps when I got here. Thank you, brother. Dave was spitting. I was just throwing him alley-oops trying to get out the way. Man, I looked at, I'm at 13,000 steps for today. I'm like, damn, that's a lot. 13,000 steps. Yeah, I've been walking. Well, I gotta walk before the workout, man, because that loosens me up to do all the lifting. Dave made me want to rip out my beard. Damn. Hey, we doing really good on the likes. I appreciate everybody for doing that.
The mind's first line of defense against emotional disruption. When information threatens our sense of stability, we don't analyze, we retreat. Someone tells you your partner is unfaithful, you deny. Someone challenges your convictions, you deny. Someone holds up a mirror so you can see the parts of you that you are not aware of, you deny. And you know what? Our emotional intelligence hasn't failed. It's just been conditioned by the very attachments it was meant to evaluate. If we're talking behaviorally, this only confirms our bias towards homeostasis. We prefer internal consistency over external truth, which is why awareness doesn't always lead to change. Sometimes it just deepens the denial.
Ooh.
Perspective. Most people don't fear the truth. They fear losing the version of themselves that depends on the lie. Once we receive information, there's a part of us that immediately recognizes that it's true. The discomfort isn't in the knowing. It's in recognizing that it's going to require us or our situations to change. The mind will always prioritize emotional continuity over logical correction. Think about the person who stays in a relationship after betrayal. Think about the person who stays in friendships that lack consistency. These relationships are not sustained by love or loyalty. They are sustained by the fear of emotional disruption. We would rather preserve a familiar pain than risk an unfamiliar peace, because it's easier to maintain what could break us than rebuilding what could possibly free us. Javon Cross here, don't get weak on the weekends. Go get them.
Man, that was Javon Cross. Boy, he had a crossbow. He was shooting arrows, darts, poison darts. He was on fire. And I loved everything he said. We would rather date regulation than liberation. Ooh, I know. 1-800-920-1580. Who's ready for this discussion? Andy got his headphones on. When I see Andy unraveling the cord, I go, oh, Andy upset. Somebody done triggered Andy. He's slow. And Andy unravels it slow. He be like, okay, see, they done started. Come on in, Andy. What are your thoughts?
So, I have the honor and privilege of, being behind the scenes. Seeing you do your thug thizzle, you know what I'm saying? Create magic every weekday, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Whoop, whoop.
And I can say that I've learned a lot behind the scenes. And, there are a lot of stuff that I do take home with me. Fortunately enough, my lady is studying to do the whole social work thing. So a lot of the stuff that you talking about, a lot of the clips that we be playing, it's already being played at home. You know what
Perfect. Yep.
But I have to ask this question because the whole idea of the mirror, right? And being told about yourself, right? And a lot of the time when you're being told about yourself, there's this act of defensiveness.
Right.
How much of sometimes being told about yourself is actual projection, though?
A lot of it.
So now, because of your projection, I have to, quote unquote, acquiesce to your summation, your assessment of me that I might not necessarily believe. And because I don't believe it, now I'm acting like I'm defensive, and that's negative.
No,
so who's right?
This is a great You don't understand how good of a question this is. This is a powerful question. Number one, the mirror of relationship does not work through projection, right? So we have to discern the difference between somebody giving us direction and projection. Projection is coming from them. This is you talking about, and you trying to make me you. The part of you that you disown, the part of you that you devalue, you're trying to project that onto me. That's not me. But the mirror of relationship, and especially when you're dealing with a healthy relationship, your partner should be able to come to you in a respectful way and outline their observations of how you show up. And they shouldn't do it disrespectfully. And it shouldn't be I language, you always do this. And it should be more I. This is what I've observed. And from my perspective, which is limited, and I could be wrong, and I'm coming to you to ask you for clarity for what I'm perceiving. Do our perceptions match here? Please give me context from your perspective, because I can't know it because I can't experience it from your perspective. That's a whole different way to do it, right? But most folk be like, you know what's wrong with you? See, your problem is, you be like, huh? You know me better than I know me, and you still broken? You looking through some broken lenses, and you can see me clearer than I can see me? Do you see what I'm saying? So again, projection is not the same as the mirrored reflection. Let me tell you something about the mirror reflection of relationship. You ain't even got to really articulate it. It shows up in the environment of the relationship just by experiencing it. If you just sit quietly and watch how people show up and try to be objective, you will see them cheat in the way they show up, right? This is what the body language and the behavioralists peep. They be like, so when you look up to the left while you're talking, you're lying. Do you see what I'm saying? Or when you fold your arms, you're really not receptive of what I'm saying. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the thing, right? I'm just saying, a lot of times we're not skilled in that, but we think because we were married, we have a better understanding of relationship is than somebody who studied behavior, a behavioralist, or somebody who studied clinical psychology. They be like, I ain't listening to nobody that ain't been married. You don't know nothing about this. But they know about it from a different perspective, and they see things and are trained to see things that you have no idea to look for. Man, listen. That's good, brother. I love that question. Listen, Andy jumped in, and now we got to move forward, but I'm going to come back because the callers are on the line, and they need to express themselves. Let's get it.
Is it good to you?
Your voice clips be a lot. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Did I say something? Huh? Let's get that. We need that. Hmm? Hey, are we cooking or not? Are we cooking or not? Y'all talk to me. Are we doing it or not? Hey, listen. If you guys want to support me on my Cash App, I'd greatly appreciate it. My Cash App is $ZoWhatNetter. Niece, y'all should support Attila too. You know why? All these amazing video clips that you're getting tonight, she meticulously lines these motherfuckers up. And she be like, Unc, play this one first. Play this one second. Play this one third. I don't listen to them. I pass them on to Andy because I want to hear them when y'all hear them. She has a whole arc. She be like, see what I did? See what I did there? You see how we started in Ratchet World and then wound up in Spirit World? You see that? So please, man, show her some love. Her Cash App is $Layla Khadijah. Thank you for everything, Mr. Williams. You saved my life. Ah, man. Thank you. You saved your life, though. I just pointed you in a direction, but you saved your life. Don't give me credit. I pointed and said, go this way. Do that. Check this out. Look into this.
Abuse weaponizes your breaking points as proof you're the issue. They poke and prod and gaslight, push your boundaries until you finally lose your... So they can say, see, you're unhinged. Look how crazy you're acting. And you believe it. Because normal people don't completely lose control and say cruel, demeaning like that. So it's gotta be you, right? Look, if you're calm with friends, reasonable at work, regulated with family, then don't get triggered by people in the comments. But turn into a rabid dog with your partner. Chances are it's not who you are. It's what's being done to you. Emotional volatility shows up everywhere. Reactive abuse shows up in one relationship. Carl Jung called it enantiodromia, when something pushed to its extreme becomes its opposite. They'll push you so far past your limits that the kindest person can become cruel, the calmest person can become volatile. Then they'll point their finger at the monster they created as proof. My suggestion? Remove yourself. Once you're out of the situation, you'll stabilize like magic. Because it was never about you being broken. It was about being broken down by someone who needed to control and manipulate you into being the villain.
Dog man is on the loose. He's his own dog catcher, man. He's cooking with the rarest grease. I love that. I love, love, love. If you want to follow him, it's Lenny No Filter Philosophy. Lenny, Linnie, No Filter Philosophy. Love his work. We got callers on the line. I want to get to him right now. JW from South Central Los Angeles. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic, my friend?
First of all, I want to, I'm sorry I missed you. I got there late. I did ask about you. I heard you were there. I'm sorry I missed you.
I definitely came to see you, my brother, but it's all love. We'll get another opportunity in the very near future, I'm sure. Your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Well, yeah, it just made me think about relative minds, how you can trigger me at the outside space that more than 4 or 5 times in a calm manner. And then when I raise my voice, then I'm the problem. And then I know how to back about it and, walk away, things of that nature. And I leave it at that.
No, it's okay, man. And guess what? You're a part of the problem when you raise your voice. But that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's something you can take, accountability for sure.
Yeah, because I've been, and I know better.
Yes, yes. Man, I love you, brother. And again, I hope to see you soon. And I hope to see you at one of these events that comes up in the very near future, okay?
Yes, sir. Have a good one. Take
You
care.
too, brother. J-Dub brought South Central in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. John, Mountain View, Hawaii, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Greetings and blessings to those within the sound of my voice. You keep bringing these triggers, it's going to make me rip out my beard, but let's go.
Come on.
Okay. Just to add nuance to this conversation, because again, if we're talking about weak people being with weak people, don't we volunteer for the things that are comfortable to us? So how is it manipulation when basically we're volunteering for the war we ain't supposed to be in?
Keep going. I'm listening. Keep going. I need you in here. Come on.
I'm just saying, because again, as the old words and the old guidance from the old people who told me the wisdom that they had when it came to relationships, I still failed at a relationship being exactly what they told me to be.
Ooh.
Nice.
Did they tell you to embody kindness?
Well, if I embodied kindness, then why did it still have me volunteering to be on the cross that I wasn't laid to bear on? And actually be the human being taking the abuse that somebody was just going to give to me.
Did you have...
Because I freely gave them the right to do it.
No, this is good stuff. Did you have any expectation of recompense for doing nice?
Well, let's not talk about the recompense. We're still talking about the abuse that I had to deal with in trying to understand what nice was.
I get it. Yes.
Follow it.
I get it.
And follow it.
Yeah, I get it. But when we embody something, see, listen to what I'm saying. Many of us think with an economic mind. We think opportunity cost. We think labor. We think scarcity of resources. If I give this, I spent 7 years. I wasted 7 years of my life. We think economically when it comes to relationship, right? But when you embody something, it can never diminish. You wasted my love. How? I am love. I had a woman ask me a couple of months ago, do you still love me? And I was like, yeah.
You still need attention. Is that the reason why you call it love?
But do you see what I'm saying, though? It can't be lost if you are the thing. Many of us, follow me here, many of us perform nice because we're looking for the payoff, the ROI, the return of investment.
Exactly.
Do you see? So we're not really nice. We're not really kind or caring. We are making an investment. Am I lying or no?
When it begins, true. Like I said, nuance, because there's a whole lot to this that can be explained. Let's try and get to the little bit of it.
I'm coming to you.
Other people want to get online.
No, brother, you cooking. Don't worry about that. I got you. Are we manipulators when we seek to invest in others? Do we ultimately want a payout?
Well, as we have been guided, yes. As we have been instructed, yes. As we come to the knowledge after we went through the cross or the crucifixion that needed to take place for your soul,
Mm-hmm.
we understand the choice that we have in it, and now we know where the love is.
Ooh.
Now we know what love is supposed to be.
Uh-huh.
We know how much of abundance we got of it. That's why we continue to choose to do it or not.
Or no. We got to get what we want out of this thing, right? Is that true?
Well, actually, we got to give in. How about that? Because we got to give in to, I may have to learn this lesson the hard way, but it'll get me to the right results.
I hear you.
Because I may have volunteered for this situation, but it still blessed me along the way if I saw the blessing in it.
Ooh, if I saw the blessing, man, I love you, brother. If I saw the blessing in it. And if I didn't see the blessing in it, I have to reenact this.
You repeat it.
That's right. That's right. That's right. John, guess what you just did, brother?
Mountain View is in the house, blessing soul.
Mountain View, Hawaii is in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me 1-800-920-1580. When affection becomes performance, does love die in the applause or the exhaustion? Skinner, B.F. Skinner, 1953. Breaker, 2004. When affection becomes performance, does love die in the applause or the exhaustion? You know how many people out here tired of love? Because they haven't built up their internal spiritual fortitude. They haven't embodied anything. They've just been performing the whole show. Let me just say this. My playlist is crazy right now. We played that Chucky Booker. Right? Why you want to play games? Or why you want to? Then we played I'm Not Gaming by Troop. Chucky Booker produced All I Do Is Think of You and Spread My Wings for Troop. We're out here cooking with the rarest grease. When we come forward, we're going to Denver, Colorado. Let's get it. Don't be afraid to call in. The number to dial, 1-800-920-1580. Come on, y'all, join the conversation. It can't work without your contribution. Let's heal together. Let's go. What up, y'all? Hey, this show good. This show good. This show is good. So I'll call my daughter and be doing weird shit like that. And she'll be like, noise, it's too much noise. Stop, it's the noise. What do you want, Dad? Noise. What do you want, Dad? It's too much noise.
Your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your
Prima, amor.
soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this is gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff? The child wasn't his, and you still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How is that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I was like the kids. Is this okay? Roll up there?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed. Hit you with a bad touch routine. How does he maintain his humosity?
He likes it when it pinches my lips.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man moves on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses. Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
So William, reason and accountability. The voice of reason. Willful ignorance is manipulation. Consciously choosing to be ignorant of a subject rather than learn about it destroys relationships, whether they be familial, platonic, or romantic. You'll come across people who are so convinced that their pattern of thinking about situations is right, that they'll disregard any opposing thought process, but that's not how relationships work. That makes people feel unheard, unseen, ignored, and undervalued. You should always hear the other person out. That shows respect for their intellect and how they feel. It shows awareness of hear but understand tools. And it shows you're teachable and willing to learn the ways in which the other person breaks down situations and how they think. Now, after the conversation, a decision has to be made. But take note if every conversation goes your way or goes theirs, because then one of you will begin to feel, well, why say anything? You'll hear me and then do you anyway. You know, like, I come across too many people who have normalized being in a relationship with someone who was unbendable and unteachable. And when that becomes enough of an issue, now we have separation and distance creeping in. And then it becomes about who you become in a relationship when you're dissatisfied, unhappy, and things aren't going your way, which is a whole nother war in and of itself.
Are you in a manipulationship? First and foremost, you need to understand this very simply. You just need to understand relationships are difficult. No, they're not. Healthy relationships make space for the difficulty that happens, the ebb and flow in life. They make space. Okay, all right. We're in a bad space right now. Healthy folk be like, okay, we just don't like each other right now. That don't mean we don't love each other still. That don't mean, the relationship is over. We're just in a bad place and we just need a little time, to kind of think it through and reapproach one another in a respectful way. See, healthy relationships are pliable. They're scalable. Who I was yesterday might not be who I am next week. But because I love you, I'm going to keep you abreast of my progress. And you're going to do the same. And we're going to talk it through. We're going to sit down. We're going to make space for each other's feelings. All of that. That's a healthy relationship. Your voice matters. When was the last time your lover said, I haven't heard your story. How has it changed? How has it evolved? Your story has space in my heart. Your story has space in my reality. Your story is revered here. Your story is respected. And I'm not talking about the victim story. I'm talking about the story of you, your evolution. That's a heavy relation or a healthy relationship. When you feel like you can't tell your real story to your partner, you are a manipulator because you're going to perform around the lack of voice you have. What? What did he say? Yeah, you're doing that to you. You're going to perform around the lack of voice you have. They didn't take your voice. Well, yes, they did, because they might judge me. They may not. They may not. Or why not create the infrastructure so the judgment can be removed? Hey, we need to start having relationship devotion after church. We go to church, spiritual devotion. Let's get it. Devotion with God. But now let's have intimate devotion, where it's a safe space where you can say anything that's on your heart about us, about you growing in us, or you feeling stagnant in us. Otherwise, we're manipulating. If we can't be totally truthful, we're manipulating. Are you in a manipulation ship? Manipulation as an attachment, as an insecure attachment reflex? The insecure architecture of love? Healthy love is not innate. It is learned in the nervous system of infancy. When the parent's gaze is inconsistent, the child's psyche begins its apprenticeship in illusion, learning to perform for connection and retreat for safety. Thus, what we later label manipulation may not be pathology, but adaptation. The body's last defense against emotional starvation. So manipulation is an extension of survival mode. 1-800-920-1580. Are you in survival mode, but you're calling it a relationship? Are you in survival mode, but you're calling it a relationship? Somebody call me and talk to me. The manipulator is not born. They are conditioned in the echo chamber of neglect, the birthplace of strategy. Attachment as the nervous system's theology. John Bowlby, 1969, described attachment as a biological imperative, the infant's instinct to stay near a caregiver for survival. You dating your daddy who was absent. So the absentee spirit of your man fits who he was. Oh, no, don't do that, Zoe. We love comfort, even if it's born out of toxicity. We love the known, right? The known will regulate me. You ain't with a soulmate, you're with... Let's keep going. We on it tonight. Who wants to talk? But when caregiving is erratic or emotionally misattuned, the child learns that love is not reliable, only negotiable. Listen, that's Mary Ainsworth, 1978, her strange situation studies. Listen, but when caregiving is erratic or emotionally misattuned, the child learns that love is not reliable, only negotiable. Mary Ainsworth, 1978, Strange Situation Studies revealed 3 insecure patterns: anxious, avoidant, and disorganized, that become the nervous system's operating systems for adult intimacy. People be trying to talk their way around this. It's okay for people to be avoidant. No, that's your curriculum. You're not supposed to stay avoidant. Avoidant is not like I'm Capricorn. It's not a sign. You know, I'm a Virgo. No. If you have an insecure attachment style, it's not for you to identify with. It's for you to deconstruct, then reconstruct as secure. That's what it's for. The anxious child amplifies distress so they can be seen. The avoidant child suppresses need to preserve dignity. They think they're dignified. Listen, by suppressing. Listen to the thought process. You dating somebody like this? You married to somebody? 1-800-920-1580. The disorganized child oscillates between the two, craving comfort from the very figure that frightens them. Mama scared me, but I know mama is the source of love. Is today a good day to approach mama? Each learns an implicit algorithm. If I cannot evoke love by being, I must evoke it by strategy. Are you in a manipulation ship? Are you strategizing to get what you love? Strategize with me, see what happens. Boy, I'm going to call you out. Oh, Lord, I'm going to call you out, child. Say, you know I see you, right? To manipulate is to anticipate rejection before it arrives and to choreograph behavior to preempt that rejection. Insecure attachment transforms emotional need into psychological theater. The anxious manipulator uses guilt, hypervigilance, or overfunctioning to secure proximity, closeness. The avoidant manipulator uses silence, detachment, or intellectualization to control the terms of the agreement. The disorganized manipulator weaponizes unpredictability, oscillating between tenderness and withdrawal to maintain power through confusion. Do they even like me? Is it real? What we own is, what are we? As Tatkin 2012 notes, insecure partners are not seeking dominance, but rather regulation. You think you're in a soulmate relationship because you're regulated. No, you're in stasis. You're not growing because you're addicted to the opiate called safety. Oh, what? Hold on, Zoe. Hold on. I know I'm triggering something. Who wants this work this evening? I got work for y'all. 1-800-920-1580. Let's get it. We got phone callers. I want to get the phone callers on the line. I already know. I want to get the people on the line. Yeah, people all over the country. Cali, Seoul, Denver, Colorado. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic? Ooh, was I talking to you?
Good evening.
Was I? Because when you give me this attitude, that means I'm. You feel like I ain't calling you out. I promise you.
It's all good. It's all good. This topic takes me to the love languages. And I remember a few years ago, one of my teachers was telling me that the love languages is actually birthed out of fear. Mm-hmm. And I didn't understand it then. Mm. But with this topic, I see where the love languages can absolutely be utilized for manipulation. Mm. Yeah. And I think there's been times that I have not been aware of my manipulative behaviors. Mm-hmm. So now that I know that I've been dismissive, avoidant, I'm able to like nip things in the bud when I see them come up, you know, and push myself to be outside of my comfort zone. And when I want to retract, go ahead and extend, unless I don't have no business extending, right?
Why?
Because we have the power of choice. So, like, we're always attracting. We're never not attracting, you know, but if someone comes up in your space and you can see, like I've recently experienced someone who is the attachment style that's the mix of the both of them.
Fearful.
Disorganized.
Yeah. Fearful, avoidant, disorganized. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not about to do that.
But whoa. You do have the power of choice, but ask,
Yeah.
why am I attracting a fearful avoidant?
I know why, to see myself.
Yes, but what in you is disorganized?
Lots.
Incongruent, contradictory, chaotic.
But again, though, does that mean that I'm like, no, like I have the power of choice, like.
You do. You can say, nah.
Crazy with somebody, no
Yeah, but I get it. But that's because of the old way we see relationship. The old way is, if it ain't good, if it ain't for my highest good, you know how people use spiritual language? If this ain't for my highest good, no. We need to stop for a moment and say, what in me attracted chaos? That's what the disorganized, they're literally called disorganized because they're a mixture of avoidant and anxious. Why did I attract that? What about them resonates with me?
I think for me it was the shiny carrot.
Ooh.
It was just the exterior.
But you do know more is involved than just the physical, right?
Absolutely. But like if you know somebody has a loud consciousness, if they approach and lead with a loud consciousness, you can choose not to engage in
100%. Yes.
Connect to that, like.
Yes.
And it's not a judgment, but it's just like I feel like in the past it would be like, oh, I don't care. You're cute or you're handsome or you got money, whatever it is. Let's give it a try. And it's like, yeah, and you could drive yourself insane. So like, my choice now is no thank you.
100%. I'm not trying to take that choice away from you or diminish it. What I'm saying is, if relationship is a school and you attracted a fearful avoidant and you chose, never mind. I'm not going through that. No, ma'am. I'm not going to do that. You choose not to do it. Are you skipping a course that you may later have to take again?
I don't think so.
You think you can skip to the better course later? Let's go up. You know what? Let me go to the peaceful course.
And sometimes I have to go back and listen to the shows to really, catch it.
No, stay right here. Don't go nowhere. Callie Soul, my sister. I love her to death, man. Don't leave. I got more for Callie Soul in Denver. Let's get it. Hey. Hey, man.
Just had to remind some of the new boys. I think Lulu called before.
Yeah.
But Rashad, I think it's the first time I was like, hey, don't leave. Stay with us. We're going to get you. So.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey, man, do me a favor. Everybody, please just take one moment. And don't mention this on the air. Whoever's on the phone line, don't mention this on the air, but I need everybody to take one moment to say a prayer for our sister, Sarah, without the H. Okay? Please, please just say a prayer for Sister Sarah. She just texted me. She said they won't let me get up anymore to use the restroom because they're scared that it will cause the blood clot to move closer to my heart. So, yes, no, don't mention it on the air. Please do not, because that's her personal stuff. And the only reason why I'm talking to y'all, because she would talk to y'all. Let's just send up prayers. Just prayers for Sarah's speedy recovery, for her healing. We talked about it earlier on the show earlier today. And Jamaica, family things about to get bad over there. Yes, we send up a prayer for Jamaica as well. Please, please, please send some prayers up, okay? And thank you guys for the likes. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you. Question H is the only person that sent me a Cash App. It's 50 people in here. Can we get a couple of Cash Apps? Question H, thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying the show. Salute to Question H, yes.
One of the toughest places for me too was relationships, and it still is. You know, it still is a really tough space for me. That also goes to unrealistic expectations. You know, I don't. If things get tough, I'll leave. Yeah. You know, I heard you talk about fake intimacy once. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Wow.
What were you talking about it? I resonated with that.
So every child longs for connection.
Yeah.
Just built. But if you can't get it, you try to connect with dad, but he's always too busy. Mom's always depressed or angry. We can't connect. So it's my fault. I must be something wrong with me, but I'm still driven for connection. But I don't want deep, genuine connection now, because that's always led to rejection. So let's try barroom intimacy. Let's try fake intimacy. Let's just have fun all the time and sport.
Pervert, yes, yeah, pornography, that sort of thing.
Yeah, because it gives the feelings of connection without the true intimacy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
Hey, that's Theo Vaughn and Tim Fletcher, and they are cooking. Fake intimacy. If you can't be the real you with the person you claim you love, you're in a manipulationship. Cali Soul, get in here.
I'm here.
What is relationship for?
To grow the soul.
Right. To see oneself as they are, yes?
Yes.
Jiddu Krishnamurti wrote a book called Relationship to Oneself, to Others, to the World. Relationship is a mirror in which I see myself as I am. But as most of us do not like what we are, we begin to discipline, either positively or negatively, what we perceive in the mirror of relationship. If you recognize the illusion, then you can, by putting it aside, give your attention to the understanding of relationship. But if you seek security in relationship, it becomes an investment in comfort, in illusion, and the greatness of relationship, it's very insecurity. Oh, listen, I don't. You want to skip lessons, sweetheart? You have the right to do so. Yes, you have the right to do so.
Yeah, I still just need to process this because I don't get it. I don't
Yes, you
get
do.
how
You too
turning
smart.
away from
I know you.
Christianity.
I know you. You too smart. You get it. You just, it's uncomfortable. I get it. And the greatness of relationship is its very insecurity. What does he mean by the greatness of relationship is its very insecurity? What does he mean? Watch you tell me what it means, spiritual self. Tell me what it means. And the greatness of relationship is its very insecurity. What does that mean, Callie?
Because it peels you back, it peels all of your layers back and exposes you.
Look at you. Already know. And the greatness of relationship is its very insecurity. In other words, unconditionally free is insecurity. To be caged, to be protected on all four sides and the floor and the roof of the relationship through this psychological scaffolding we use. Do you see? That's security. We call a prison security.
Okay.
She said, okay, that's enough. I love you, Callie. Guess what you just did, sweetheart? Denver, Colorado is in the house. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, you already know what it is. We got Richard from St. Petersburg, Florida. We got Lulu from North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. And we got Attila, my niece, from Houston, Texas. When we come forward, we're going to get to it. Zoe, your shows be on point. How do you keep smacking them like Tyson? Hey, man. It starts with a unique perspective. I have a unique perspective. perspective. Then it goes to my niece. My niece got so many wild topics. My niece got so many wild topics. With my unique perspective, it just allows me to be like, oh, I can see how that could work. Her framing is young. Wait till Wednesday. Her framing be wild. First time calling in, can't wait. It's all good. It's about to go down. We're gonna love to hear from you, brother. Do not curse. That's right. No profanity on air. No profanity. Do not curse. Do not curse on air. Please do not curse. No profanity. Everybody hit the like button. No profanity. Everybody hit the like button. Call. We should do something. Something otherworldly. Yeah. Is it, hey, Andy, is it me or did this topic just fly by? Did the show just zip up out of here or no? Is it me or did it zip? Get them white folks their holidays back.
here's some simple math. If it's required, expected, or demanded of you to lower your expectations, then there's also a requirement of you to lower the person's position in your life. A lot of times resentment builds when we keep people in significant spaces, with us being expected to not have expectations while they're in that space. Okay? And a lot of times that's where the friction comes from. But if somebody knows how to tell you what you should tolerate, but they can't coach themselves into being better, then that's something to be mindful of. Okay, and it's a difference between a person having a season, you know, they're going through some things, and you have to support them in whatever ways possible. But if that's the contingency of the whole relationship, then you might want to take a look at that. I saw this quote that said, breadcrumbs are not food, they're clues.
Oh.
So if a person is only doing the bare minimum to get your maximum, then it's about time you decide, where am I keeping people, and how is that affecting me?
Isaiah Frizzelli, I like some of what he said. I would just add a caveat. Conversation and communion in conversation is important. We get to have a conversation about your expectations and if they're unrealistic or not, for yourself and for your partner. Are you asking your partner to show up in ways that you yourself don't show? This is why I say people can take what he said and weaponize it in the opposite. Right? If people ain't showing up for your expectations, then you need to lower it. Hey, what if the expectation is asinine? What if they're not congruent with what they expect of you? This is real. Listen, this is a relationship with a real human being. Can we sit down and talk about your thought process in coming up with such an expectation? Listen, I had a conversation with a psychologist. I asked her directly, are you individuated? The first answer was yes. I said, what? Fully? Then later on, let me come back. No, I'm not fully individuated. Of course you're not. You're a whole doctor. I get to ask that, right? Did you get on the path of individuation? Are you fully individuated? Oh, you're not. Do you see what I'm saying? This bare minimum stuff, people are taking it way out of context. The bare minimum for me is a certain type of restaurant. The bare minimum for me is hold tight. What internal wars have you conquered? And if you've conquered them, you ain't got to ask. You're magnetizing your success to you. Listen, I don't want to give away all the jewels. Let's get back to the callers. We got callers on the line. We got two of them that's been on the exact same time. We're going to go to Rashad, St. Petersburg, Florida. What are your thoughts on tonight's conversation?
Well, Mr. Williams, it's finally good to talk to you.
Oh, yes, brother. Welcome into the show. And your thoughts, my friend?
Well, one of the biggest things for me was, like you say, kind of winning that internal war and standing in shallow waters, but I actually got manipulated by the mermaid that pretended that she couldn't swim.
How did that happen? Wait, what happened? Share this with me. The mermaid who pretended that she couldn't swim? What is that scenario? Please explain.
Well, this is what I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I got over my first heartbreak, and I was maturing into solving my own problems as a man.
Mm.
But like you say, I was anxious to move past the other problems I had to fix.
Mm.
And she was older.
Oh, you mean like Cali Soul? I Callie Soul is my friend. I love Callie Soul. But Callie said, I'm not signing up for none of that no more. I'm not with that.
So she was more experienced in swimming in that current that I wasn't ready for.
Mm.
So when she got to a certain part of the ocean, she just let me go.
Mm.
And then now, guess what? Now I'm back rebuilding. Now I'm, like you say, I'm looking at this cracked mirror. So the reflection isn't what I want to see, and now the reflection is walking away from me. So that was my biggest manipulation moment.
And did you learn about the subtle ways you manipulate yourself in those kinds of scenarios? What? Tell me. Give me an example.
So my biggest growth was understanding, and this is what I got from you, that it's never too bad not to change.
Right.
And the biggest lesson that I also learned from you was if you can look in the mirror and your reflection doesn't walk away from you, the next day is a better fight.
Love it. Love it. Love it. So you're learning from this whole process. You're up leveling.
Absolutely.
As you're learning. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. Rashad, guess what you just did, brother?
Talk to me.
Oh, he don't know the rules. Okay. When I say, guess what you just did, you say, I brought St. Petersburg, Florida. All right. In the building.
Yes, sir.
You ready? Guess what you just did, Rashad?
I just brought St. Petersburg, Florida in the building.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what I'm talking about. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we're going to Charlotte, North Carolina. Lulu is on the line. Let's get it. Great call. Great call. Great call, Rashad. Hey, Rashad, you did your thug thizzle, bro. We appreciate the call, man. Thank you. Thanks for an amazing first-time conversation, Mr. Williams. Hey, man, my pleasure, brother. You did your thug thizzle, man. I'm grateful. I am grateful for your conversation, good brother. We lit right now. We cooking. This was a good conversation, yeah? Much respect, fam. Much respect. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the VOR and his playlist. Playlist been on complete fire tonight. Man, I love Aaliyah. I can only imagine how big of a star she would have been, man. Probably, it's harder. It's harder when you have that counterpoint. It's harder. But Aaliyah was magical, man. She really was. It was something about her aura. Something. As a former A&R, like you look for something more than just the ability to do something, like the ability to sing, or it's just she had like some extra little sprinkled magic dust on her. Something, I don't know what it was. They say, oh, she's got the it factor. She was amazing. But let me wrap this up. We got callers. Let's get their final thoughts in here. Lulu from North Carolina, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
So, thank you for speaking with me.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Lulu. Your thoughts?
I'm staying up past my bedtime because this is the conversation that made me realize that I'm the one avoiding conversation out of fear in my relationship.
Ooh, okay. That's fair. I love that. I love that. The fact that you can say that. But go ahead.
Oh, it's wild because I thought I was very secure in the relationship, and my partner is great. My partner really values honesty and communication. But I'm realizing I really struggle with bringing up when I have an issue in the relationship or I disagree with something because I don't have the solution to it, or because I don't want to make his day harder. He has a lot on his plate, and I'm realizing these are all excuses.
I ain't gonna interrupt.
Like I'm judging. And you mentioned creating a safe space, judgment-free, and I'm like, I don't even know where to start with that. And the more you're talking, the more I thought I had met someone completely opposite to my father. And I'm slowly starting to reconnect with my father. And as I'm reconnecting with my father, I'm realizing the parts I miss the most about my father are also in my partner, which is also trippy.
Reenactments. Right? What is unfinished will be reenacted in the adult relationship. What is ruptured will be reenacted. This is why the ancients said relationship works as a mirror. This is why I tell folk, I deserve better. You deserve what you are, what you haven't completed, and what you have completed. That's what you deserve. You're getting what you are. But I would say this. If there's love in the relationship, if there's respect in the relationship, and mutually going back and forth, number one, have you tried therapy? No, for you, just for you.
I actually did. I am in therapy, and I think I wasn't even being honest in my therapy session enough.
A lot of people be in there lying.
To realize I was the one in the problem.
Yeah, a lot of people be in there lying. Trust me. But the point is, you got to find your voice, right? And you have to find your voice in a respectful way to be able to come to your partner and simply say, hey, let's set up this space where we can talk about things that only, kind of build our relationship in a better way. Now, I might have to say something that you might not agree with. I might say something that, may trigger you, but the intent is not to disrespect or trigger. The intent is to get us to look at certain things that might need an upgrade, some improvement, right? But you got to create the safety in yourself first. Like right now, when you say, I feel like it'll be judged or it might get shut down or I don't want to bring any negative stuff to him, you already have this judgment that you're afraid of receiving from him in you.
Mm.
Do you see? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
So I would suggest singles therapy just for you to work out where, your voice lost its strength and how to communicate what you need and how to, respectfully bring it to your partner and then now build a system around it. How can we create this safe space where we both can say, hey, this feels strange to me, or this is off, and I would like for you to work on this. This might be a projection from me. I'm not trying to put it on you, but what's your perspective on it? I'd like to know. Like, to create this kind of environment where we can kind of play around and experiment on things that we don't like without the fear of being judged and shut down. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right. Lulu, guess what you just did?
Brought Charlotte in the building.
Luleezy, you brought Charlotte in the building. We appreciate the call. Nothing but love. Let me get my niece in here right now. Attila, what are your thoughts?
Hey, yo, hey, Tia. Okay, so real quick, because I know I don't have that much time, I want you to run through a few things.
Yes, go ahead.
Something that Auntie Callie was saying made me think when you were asking her about what's disorganized in you, and being that I'm a recovering athlete, in Jesus.
In Jesus' name.
Yeah, something that came to me though, while I was listening to her talk, if you have shallowness in your pursuit and meaning in your desire, that's your disorganization. Right there. Full stop. If I am searching for meaning, I'm wanting a meaningful relationship, but I'm pursuing things in a shallow way, that is your disorganization. Period, plain blank. So the last thing I want to say, and this responds to or correlates with the three insecure attachment styles. For ATs, they're always going to ask that question of worthiness, right? Am I enough? And to me, that question alone is going to explain the need that you have within. As a fearful avoidant, I think our thing that we deal with is omission. So can I be honest and accept it at the same time? And to me, that's the duality of the relationship that makes things real blocky, right? For the dismissive avoidant, they're always going to be tackling rebellion. So if I leave, will they follow me? And that's your fear.
No. and that's a no. and that's a no. I'm sorry.
But I feel what's the commonality though here with all of this is just honesty with self. If I'm not being honest and transparent and real with me, it's going to be very hard for me to do that with you. And I think the less honest you are with yourself, the more you expect it from your partner. So, we create our own catastrophes in this way. So that's all I have to say.
Niece, guess what you just did?
How about you in the building?
Houston, Texas is on the board. Hey, listen, we start the conversations. It's up to you to finish them. As Tatkin notes, in 2012, insecure partners are not seeking dominance but regulation. They use control as a prosthetic for co-regulation. The anxious partner clings not because they desire power, but because they fear annihilation. The avoidant partner distances not because they reject love, but because intimacy triggers psychological threat. Manipulation, then, is the nervous system's dialect for please don't leave me the way love once did. We started. It's up to you to finish it. I try to make it entertaining for you. I know it's deep. We peel layers. We pierce the veil. But if we want to love better, we have to become better. It's not about expectations. It's about embodying what you want someone to bring to you. You want somebody to bring it to you because it wasn't given to you in childhood. So now you're on this endless journey for what wasn't given. But nobody ever told you that what wasn't given is actually something you can cultivate within. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll be back tomorrow with another slapper. The VOR is on fire tonight. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm gone.